So, welcome back to our inspiring stories of transformation. My name is Donni Alvarenga, and I am thrilled to be your host tonight. I am not sure if you have ever thought about what it means to inspire someone, but I looked it up, and according to the Collins Dictionary, it said that when you inspire somebody, basically you motivate them to think or to do or want something that they didn't want before. And when you become a part of our Optavia community, you start becoming aware of the kind of life that is possible. The Optavia, right? Which Optavia means optimal life. Now, I have been a coach, and when I plugged into this community, I discovered that there was so much more life that was possible. I didn't realize that life could be the way it is. Now, I came into the Optavia community because I was looking to lose some weight. Really, that's what I was starting for, and that's what I thought I was getting. I thought I was getting myself into another diet. And it's crazy because in the back of my mind, I had always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And yet I discovered that my family was dependent on my income. And so slowly, as I grew older, as I became more of an adult and more responsible, slowly I let that dream of being a stay-at-home mom go. And I started thinking that that might not be possible. And as I was working, I worked as a nurse. I also noticed that I could help a lot of people as a nurse, and I wanted to help people. But I felt like all I really was doing was helping people get healthy enough to leave the hospital. I was helping people just be healthy enough so they didn't have to be in a hospital setting. And I discovered that I actually wanted to do more. The whole idea of helping people just be healthy enough started feeling a little hollow to me. And so I was in active pursuit of trying to figure out how in the world I could help people be healthy, and how in the world could I be home with my kids. Once again, the longer I thought about it, the more I thought it would never be possible. In comes Optavia. I lost a little bit of weight. I joined in this Optavia community, and I started becoming inspired of the possibilities that just maybe I could help people be healthy. And I started thinking, I'm going to help one person. I'm going to help another person. I'm going to help a few family members. And lo and behold, I found myself in a position where I could be home with my babies. Not only could I be home with my babies, but then I started this other crazy thought that once again was inspired by this community. What if I could offer my kids not only a stay-at-home mom, but also a stay-at-home dad? And what's crazy is that 2.5 years after I started coaching, that crazy idea popped into my head. What if I could give my kids both parents home? My husband's position was downsized. And what Optavia offered us was options. It offered us the option to say, hey, you want to stay home? And he stayed home. And so my kids now have both parents home, and that has offered our family the freedom to experience things that I don't know that I would have experienced otherwise. I live in Florida, and my kids had never seen snow. And last year we decided to just get in the car and drive till we found snow. We went on a snow hunting expedition, and lo and behold, we did find snow in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon up in Pennsylvania. And experiences like that, I credit to the system of Optavia that creates an optimal life. And what's really amazing is that this story, my story, is not limited to me. So what is it that this Optavia community is all about? Really, what we want to do is we want to help people create optimal health. And we believe that optimal health is a sweet spot between a healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. I'm curious to find out what it is that you're looking for more of today. If you're looking for more of the healthy body piece, I'd love for you to type in a 1 into the chat. If you're looking for the ability to plan your life around what really matters to you, to have the flexibility to plan your schedule around what matters to you instead of what other people tell you is important and that you have to do, then type a 2 into the chat for the healthy mind piece. And if you're looking for a little bit more freedom to have more abundance in your finances and experience, healthier finances, go ahead and type a 3 into the chat. Whichever one that you're looking for, you are in the right place. And we are so excited that you're here. I want to give you props for taking time out of your life to be open to explore what could be possible. As I mentioned to you, you do not need to be a health professional to experience this optimal life and to leverage the simple systems that Optavia offers us to create that optimal life. I'm going to introduce you to my friend David Bush. He didn't have a background in healthcare. He had a background in business. He was a business coach and he was an entrepreneur. And I can't wait for him to share with you how it is that he discovered and created an optimal life utilizing our system. Welcome, Dave.
Hi, Donnie. Thanks for having me on. This is so exciting. And I'll just say that, yes, I'm a 4. Take number 1, number 2, and number 3, add them all together or just combine them all. I was looking for all 4 or all 3 of the different elements that we provide in this whole program. I ended up, like you, I was looking to lose some weight. And a good friend of mine who I trusted and respected had some success on the program. And he raved about the fact that it was a optimal health and lifestyle program. And I really wanted to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle and enjoy it. And I just needed a simple starting point. And the program was so simple. It was so simple, and I saw so many great results in the very first couple of months. And I was becoming a mouthpiece. I was becoming a raving fan for the program. And I was referring friends and family members to the program. And that's when my coach said, David, you want to become a health coach? And I said, no, I'm not good at being healthy. How am I supposed to coach another person to become healthy? And that's when I became educated on what this simple business model was all about. You see, it wasn't about me telling other people how to live their life from my expertise on health and nutrition and exercise and sleep. It was simply just partnering with other people on a journey and guiding them to the resources that I was being guided to. And once I saw that there was a different perspective about health coaching, I began to become more confident. And I'll be honest, I was still nervous. I thought I was going to become a failure at losing weight because I had done so many different times. I graduated high school, 327 pounds, and I had tried a lot of different diets, and I was nervous. But I also knew that if I was coaching another friend or family member to get healthy, I would probably be more likely to become healthier, and I would become more educated. Norman Schwarzkopf, the general that led us in Desert Storm, said, if one person helps another person to the top of the mountain, both people get to the top of the mountain. And that's all I really wanted to do when I first started, Donnie, was I just wanted to help myself, and I wanted to help the people that I cared about to get healthier and get to the top of the mountain, to get healthy body, mind, and finances. I wanted to do that in whatever way I could, and Optavia seemed to be that vehicle. And that's where it started, just helping my dad and my brother and a few other people to get healthier. And I learned a lot. My dad would say, well, what do you do after you lose the weight? And I'd say, that's a great question. I don't know the answer to that question, but let me talk to my coach. And because of the team coaching model, it was very simple for us to be able to get the answers that my dad and brother and friends needed. And the fact that I was being compensated, it wasn't what I initially started for, but they have a very, very handsome compensation plan. And as a business coach, I was very attracted to the idea of how simple the business was to learn for a guy that had no education in nutrition. I couldn't even spell protein. Was it IEEI? But I was able to help people to get healthier and learn to get healthier myself while I was being compensated and partnering with a physician-led program that was transforming my life and the life of other people. And I didn't have a degree. I didn't even have a bit of education. All I did is I had some healthy habits, and they were becoming attractive to other people. And I just simply shared what I was doing and invited people to learn more. And now, 11 years later, it's my full-time job. I don't have to go to work anymore. I go to basically help people to get healthy from the comfort of my own home. I use a cell phone. The business I used to have had employees. It had HR, legal, marketing. It had all these other things that I didn't really love to do. I loved the work of business coaching, but I didn't love all the other stuff that came with it. And the cool part about Optavia is that I get a chance to partner with a very successful publicly traded company that has done all of the compliance, the legal, the HR, all of that stuff is done for me. And what I get to spend my time focused on, Donnie, is helping people to create optimal health and well-being in their physical health, their mental health, and their financial health if they choose to. So it's been an amazing experience, and it's been very rewarding, and it helps me feel more significant at the end of each day.
I absolutely love that. And I mentioned you don't have to be a health expert or health professional to help people. And David has helped thousands and thousands and thousands of people because of this simple system. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Now, you might be here today thinking, I just wanted to improve my healthy finances. I'm looking for a way to generate some extra income. Do I have to lose weight to be able to do this thing? Well, no, you don't need to lose weight, but whatever business you look into, it's always a good idea to find out if there's a demand for that business, right? And what we do in Optavia is we offer people optimal health, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. It just so happens that in my lifetime, I was born in 1976, and since 1975, worldwide obesity has nearly tripled. And I also remember as a child, if I was eating, my parents would say, you need to eat everything on your plate because there are hungry children around the world that are dying. And I always had this image in my mind that people died from hunger. They didn't die from overeating. But the truth of the matter is that most of the world's population lives in countries where overweight and obesity kills more people than underweight. And that is a sobering fact. It simply illustrates that there's a huge demand for coaching. Now, beyond the physical arena, in the healthy mind and the healthy finances piece, almost a third of adults that are in a committed relationship report that money is a major source of conflict. It actually is, one of the top reasons for divorces and for relationships ending. And beyond that, 69 to 72% of people report finances being a source of stress. And so there is a huge demand for optimal health in the world today. Optavia is about offering people lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. We do not believe that health comes in a pill or a package or a potion or a prescription. We believe that it comes in our daily choices. It's just that those daily choices sometimes can be a little complicated. And so what Optavia does is it makes it simple. And we're going to dive into that simplicity piece in just a second. But as I was exploring if I was going to be getting involved in something like this as a health professional, there were a couple of things that really, really struck a chord with me. The first one is that this is evidence-based. We actually have evidence through researchers at leading universities and teaching hospitals of the efficacy of our products and programs. Our program was co-founded by a critical care physician. His name is Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson. We call him Dr. A. He kind of noticed, like I did, that he could only get them healthy enough. And unfortunately, sometimes they came back. A lot of times they came back. And so he co-founded and created this program that made it very, very simple for us to help people create health way beyond just the physical. Now, as I mentioned, David is a business coach. And coming from that business arena, Dave, I was curious to find out from you, was there anything about the background of Optavia that really stood out to you as something that built credibility in what you were partnering up with?
Well, yeah, obviously the physician-led programming. I mean, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson is the 10th physician board certified in critical care. And if you look at his resume, valedictorian of his medical class, this gentleman left a 20-year history after pioneering the subspecialty of critical care to create something new because he had passion and mission behind it. And when you heard his story, or when I heard his story, when I heard his mission, and then I looked at the medical evidence, you're going to partner with a company to build a business or to be partnered at any level, You want to be partnered with a company that has trust and respect. You want to have an organization that's got financial resources, that has the science that backs it up. When you do your research on this opportunity, you find that the clinical studies, the medical efficacy of the nutrition products that we offer as healthy nutrition and healthy fuelings, it is spot on. The fuelings that we offer are the gold standard in the medical world of providing structured nutrition in a very healthy manner that provides extreme value to the marketplace. And the fact that we're using education, Don, I mean, these resources are unfounded in the health and lifestyle coaching industry, because what he talks about in those programs and those materials is he talks about how to create optimal health and well-being in your life. There isn't a company out there that's doing it in the same way as we're doing it, but doing it simply, doing it one healthy habit at a time with a simple nutrition plan, a personal support system that you don't have to pay for, and a virtual community and clinic that's structurally sound, that provides you with the encouragement, the education, and the edification that you need to make extreme predictable progress in your health journey.
You know, it has been cited by Forbes magazine as one of America's most trustworthy companies. We've partnered with Medifast, who has been around for over 40 years. And so we have a reputation with a standard, like David said, we're unmatched in the industry. Now, I mentioned that what Optavia does is it makes it simple to develop healthy habits so that we can help people create lifelong transformation and create optimal health in their lives. Now, we utilize 4 tools to make the process of habit retraining simple. A tool is essentially an instrument that makes a job easier, right? The truth is that you could put a nail in the wall in a number of different ways. You can use a rock, you can use a shoe, you could use a pen. I tried that with my kids' bunk bed, and I'm going to tell you what, after whacking that thing for about 15 minutes, I realized there's a reason people use a hammer. When you use a hammer, you use your time and your energy so much more efficiently. And what Optavia does is it gives us that hammer. It gives us several different tools to make the process so much simpler. The first tool is the one-on-one accountability of a coach. I call it the power of saving face. I knew better, and I knew my coach knew I knew better, and I wanted to give my coach a good report. Never that my coach was giving me a hard time. Actually, my coach very often, when she connects with me, she takes the bat out of my hand because I'm like used to beating myself over the head, right? And having that one-on-one accountability with somebody has been invaluable in my own journey. The second tool is the Habits of Health system that David referenced. What we do is we have a book and a workbook that we guide our clients through that helps them reset their mindset. It addresses all of the different habits of health. So you do not need to be the expert. Actually, by utilizing these resources, what we do is we help each client become the expert on their own health. The third tool is the sense of community. And if there's anything that I know is that if you want to make something easier, do it together, right? If you want to make it fun, do it together. I have found that there is incredible power in positive peer pressure. What it does is it simply makes it easier to make choices that otherwise would not be so easy. Let me give you an example. If you were getting together with some friends and everybody was going out for pizza, it would probably be a little bit more challenging for you to be the only person to order the salad. However, if you were going out with some friends that are all training for a triathlon, they're all focusing on becoming healthier, all of them are ordering the salad, then it would all of a sudden become more difficult for you to order the pizza. And so what we do is we leverage that power of positive peer pressure within our healthy communities. And then the fourth tool is our very simple meal plans that take all the guesswork out of healthy eating. What we do is we make it so that people have simple, healthy grab and go fuelings that fit right into their day so they can develop the healthy habit of eating frequent small meals, of eating the right food at the right time for the right reason and the right portion. I'm so excited to introduce you guys to my friend Maria. Maria does not come from a medical background. She did not have any experience in healthcare. She does not come from a background in business. She was a stay-at-home mom, and she she tells me, I'll let her tell her story, but that she had never had a real job before. And yet she has built such an incredible life. And I can't wait for you to hear her story. Welcome, Maria.
Hey, Donnie. Thank you guys for having me on tonight. So as Donnie mentioned, I started this program. I was introduced to this program about 100 pounds ago. Luckily, my coach had enough wisdom to meet me where I was at. She was a personal trainer, and I jokingly say, you know what, if you would have thrown me a 14-page meal plan and a boot camp, you'd have lost me. But instead, she handed me this, and it has changed every aspect of my life since that day. I needed a win. I had 2 small babies, under 2. I was in a new city, or a new small town, really. I didn't know anybody. I had started isolating. I was really just not feeling like myself. And this program gave me the tools, made it simple enough that even I could do this thing, right? So I lost 100 pounds and really found me again, found this girl that I had just kind of lost in the most recent years. And I honestly started coaching because I wanted friends again. After hiding myself because of all the weight gain, I was ready to come back out into the world, but I was in the middle of nowhere, like literally a one-stoplight town. And so I jumped on these Zooms, and just these became my people. These became the people that I let fill my mind. And this was the first place I realized this Optavia family was the first place that I saw what a healthy mind looked like. And I loved it, and it was attractive, and I coached others for the accountability purposes at first. And then I coached because as a stay-at-home mom, there were weeks that would go by where nobody said thank you or good job. So then I fell in love with the aspect that I was rewarded for my efforts in coaching. And honestly, in the beginning, it was just kind of my little thing. I didn't think much of it. I just plugged in during nap time, connected with people online, fostered relationships. And it wasn't until you guys showed me what healthy finances looked like. I grew up in a background where I didn't even know what that looked like. Honestly, I didn't know what any of the parts of the trilogy looked like. This was all new to me, but it was seeing the healthy body aspect, seeing the healthy mind aspect, seeing the healthy finance aspect that really made me look back at my own life and see the holes, see the pieces that were missing. So I realized at that time, though I was a stay-at-home mom and on paper things looked great, I was actually not as secure as I thought I was. I was married to someone that struggled with addiction at the time. And though he did a great job providing financially for our family, I craved security. And I honestly went and I applied to different jobs, and I priced out childcare, and I looked at options. And to go with the theme of tonight, simplicity was the answer. The answer was already in my hands. It was my little fun side gig that was my answer. I needed something that I could work from my phone. I needed something that I could work with a baby on my hip. I was terrified because, oh my goodness, like this could be a real business, but I've never been a businesswoman. I didn't even know how to send an email. Like all I knew how to do was refill sippy cups and take care of toddlers. But this was right in front of me, and I knew there was a blueprint, and I knew other women had done it before. And I knew that if I just like raised my hand and told my coach, hey, I want this next, that they would jump in, and they did. And so now I'm at this place where I grew a global business from a one stoplight town just from connecting with people on the internet and fostering authentic relationships. And I'm now in a place where, unfortunately, I have become a single mom due to some issues where I just had to get my kids and myself secure and safe. But because of this community, I have that healthy mind. I have a community to remind me which way is up on the crazy days. I also have the financial security to take care of anything that me or my children need. We live in a great neighborhood now. They have great friends. They have private tutors to work with them while they're going through changes. We have time and extra finances for lots of therapy should we need it. Who I am today and what I am today and what I've been able to do is truly a gift that this community, that Dr. A, that this blueprint has given to me and my family. And the reason, okay, so I always like to think of how this might help you. And maybe your situation is nothing like mine. But maybe for circumstances beyond your control, you are finding something that you once thought was certain, now shaky. Maybe an industry, maybe a job, maybe people around you. Let me just say that the answer is simplicity. It could very well be the thing that is already in your hands. This has been an amazing life for so many people, including me and my family. And you know what? If you stay hungry, humble, and smart, there's no reason why it can't be an amazing life for you as well. So thank you for letting me share, Donni. God bless y'all.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing, Maria. I absolutely love your story. Really, truly, that's what we're saying, is that you do not need to be an expert in business, and you do not need to be an expert in healthcare. You don't need, like Maria said, you don't need to learn you don't need to be able to send an email. You can learn that, right? But if you stay hungry and humble, and if you're coachable, and if you have a heart of service, and if you have the work ethic, what we do is we support you to create whatever it is that you want to create. Really, some of the benefits of becoming a health coach is it is incredibly rewarding to be able to make this kind of impact in people's lives. You get paid really well, both in the currency of goodwill, where, you know, we do well by doing good. It feels good, right, to help people and to hear stories like Maria's, but it also offers you the opportunity to meet financial goals as well, dependent on, of course, your efforts and your plugging in. It is incredibly fun and incredibly rewarding, and it can actually reinforce your decision to be healthy. It could become that insurance policy on the changes that you make on your own personal health. We have a progressive growth model where there are 3 different competencies. You can either be an Optavia coach, a business coach, or a business leader. And the whole way through, it's all about what it is that you're helping others achieve. As an Optavia coach, you're helping others achieve their health goals that oftentimes they imagine impossible. And yet, because of the simple system that we offer them, it becomes possible. Business coaches actually start helping people in their healthy mind and their healthy finances goals. And so we help them launch their own coaching business and leverage this very, very simple turnkey system to create success. Business leaders develop leaders where they've got teams of coaches and clients, and it just expands the impact that you can make on the world. So how does it work? Basically, this is an opportunity for you to promote yourself to boss, right? You get to become, you are self-employed and independent. You can generate either a full-time or a part-time income, depending on your effort and work ethic. Also your skill sets. There's a very low startup cost and very low operating costs. This is entirely flexible. All you need is a phone and a laptop if you wish, and you can take this anywhere. I have worked from Costa Rica. I have worked from sitting on the ledge of the Grand Canyon. Oh my goodness, talk about amazing office views, right? And I love that I can just pick up and go wherever it is that I want to go, and I don't have to worry about asking anybody if I can go, if I can have time off. There are no quotas. There are no monthly purchases required. And what we do is we offer you all the training and the support you need. As I mentioned, you don't have to have the background in healthcare. You don't have to have the background in business, and you don't have to know a lot of people. We will provide you the training. Basically, Optavia has a learning center that offers you the opportunity to earn as you learn. And we, as David talked about, we have a team coaching model where you get to borrow your business coach's confidence, you get to borrow their skill sets, you get to borrow their belief until you can develop those. And within our apprenticeship model, you get to develop those a lot faster. You get to work at your own pace, grow at your own pace. And we also offer optional local, regional, and national wellness training events that simply supplement the training to help you achieve whatever goal that you might have, whether it be in the physical, the mental, or the financial arena. So tonight, I hope that you have noticed that there is a huge demand for what we offer. There are a lot of people out there today that are hurting, and we need all hands on deck. And you're here for a reason. I'm curious to find out from you, if you could experience optimal health, if you could have that sense of abundance in your healthy body and your healthy mind and your healthy finances, is that something that you would like? Now, if you change nothing, if your life continues exactly where you are right now, where will you be in 5 years? Will you be closer to creating that life that you desire? We invite you today to connect with the person that invited you to this webinar to learn a little bit more about how it is that we can partner together to help you achieve your goals and experience optimal health. Thank you for joining us.